Hi guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot and oracle readings, so if you guys want to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, get comfortable. We're going to get into some cards in a moment. Before I do though, I do want to say that if you like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons so you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. Excuse me. I also have description. There are links to my social media, my website. If you want to get in touch with me outside of YouTube, you can. I have also listed the decks that I've used for this reading in the description as well, along with the bonus reading. That's also time-stamped. I think you know by now where to look for it. So, let's get started. This reading will be for you when you were meant to find it. I want to tailor this in gratitude and recognition of your company in this reading today. Please take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. This is not a binding reading. The energy of this reading is not binding, so if you don't like what you're hearing, you can change it if you deem it necessary to do so. Okay, so I'm going to start with getting out some oracle cards. I want to get a read on the energy, just basically on the energy, and we're going to use the tarot to see how we can channel that for you. So, in a minute, we'll get into the reading. Okay. All right. Ooh, okay, you know what? I'm going to take that one. Okay. Alrighty. So for our oracles, we have attachment. We have the owl that says, listen to the messages of the angels. Okay. We have take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay. And we have the crystal yellow dragon, which opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Okay. So what I'm sensing here is that there is a message that is trying to be given to you. Okay. And you have messages and energies that you're not really opening yourself up to just yet, because you are attached to something that isn't good for you, whether this is an outcome you're expecting, whether this is a person, a place, a thing. Something in this attachment is not healthy or good for you, and it isn't clearly it isn't helpful, because I don't know if you can tell, but this character is holding up a mask. Okay, I'm interpreting, whoopsie, okay, we're just going to put those down. I'm interpreting this to be a mask that this character is holding over themselves. Okay, and that's what they're attached to. They're hiding behind their mask. Okay, and based on the fact that we have this take a break card, I feel like whatever this attachment is to you, it's causing you some internal conflict, and it's causing you to feel a lot all at once. Okay, you're being called to rest and to let your heart just be, let your spirit just be, let your body just be. Okay, there's only so much emotional flagellation that you can take before it becomes too much. And I feel like you're just at the point of this being too much, which is why you're being called to take a break. Okay. What's going to be the thing you do during this break? Why should you be even considering this at all? Well, first of all, you have messages coming in from spirit that you're not internalizing just yet. Again, because you may be attached to outcomes and certain things that you're not necessarily, you haven't given yourself the chance to really listen in on. Okay. And I'm hearing, because you're not hearing those messages, you're not getting those downloads, there's things that you're missing that are holding you back, that are keeping you from really going after what you want, right? By taking a break, you will open yourself up to receiving those downloads. Slowing down, giving yourself the chance to really internalize your progress, certainly take stock of your progress, but how you're going to plan for the next moves that you need to make. Okay, you're only going to get those downloads if you slow down, release attachments that don't serve you, okay, and make sure that you're really listening. Okay. Spirit speaks to you through your intuition. The first thoughts you have in your head might not make sense in the moment, but maybe sometime down the line it's like, oh, yeah, now it does, because I'm in this point and I have to pay attention to what I'm feeling now. Okay. All right. So I hope that oracle reading makes sense. We're going to get into our tarots. Perhaps there's some clarifying energy we can get. We'll wait for the bonus reading to see what that might mean. Excuse me. What that might mean for you. Okay, both of you are coming. I have two decks that are roughly the same size cards. Don't know if you can see that. There it is. So they like to come together, which is why I have these two decks out, because I have mixed cards from these decks. Apparently that's a chronic problem with me too, especially with these. So we're gonna see kind of a supplement to our oracle readings with the tarot. This is going to help us kind of supplement the base energy we have from the oracles. We're going to clarify it, and then we're going to see how all of this can help you. So, okay, let's see what we have. Apparently my ducks are feeling real spicy right now, so let's see what happens. Okay. More. Oh, also we're going to be getting clarifying and hidden energies from each of our decks as well. So there's that. Let's see what we need to see. Okay. So first card is Justice. I speak my truth and fairness to myself. Okay. So what I'm seeing with this here is that there's a sense of balance that could have been potentially lost simply because of the attachments we talked about with your oracle. Okay, let me get that card here. Simply because of these attachments that we talked about earlier. It's going to require, when you want to receive those downloads, you have to think about rebalancing yourself as well, because we're crazy as a society. It's go, go, go all the time. Hustle, make your money, come home, feed yourself, maybe sleep. It's a constant movement of energy in our society, and sometimes especially if you're empathic or a highly sensitive person, you get overwhelmed with all of that movement easily, and it's easy to really tip the balances over sometimes, okay? But what you're being called to do here is to step back so you can start rebalancing, okay? Give yourself a minute to really hold still and let the swinging balances stop moving a little bit, okay? So there is justice. Also, this is also answering for past behaviors and acknowledging your progress, but also acknowledging maybe potential mistakes that have been made as well. Okay? So there is justice. Okay, we also have the Five of Wands here as well. I stand my ground and look for peace. So again, going back to the inner conflict here, or just conflict in general, again, because attachments here talked about the inner conflict. This is inner conflict. Whatever that attachment you formed here is causing you inner conflict, because now you have to break it off if you want to get those downloads you need, right? And normally I would say, hey, you know what? If this is outside of you, step away from it. But here I'm going to say, or what I mean to say is step away from it if you can, but defend yourself if you must. Here you're going to have to step up to it. You can't step away from it because you can't get away from yourself very easily, can you? Right? There are things you can do, but they're potentially going to cause far more problems than it's worth to try and solve, I suppose. You know what that looks like for you. Again, please take what resonates in this. Again, going back to the sense of conflict, this does need to be addressed, okay? Because you're feeling some kind of way about it, okay? You are feeling this, okay? What do you do with it? You have to address it, okay? You have to address it. Okay, let's move on. We have strength. You're not incapable of doing this work. In fact, you're probably one of the strongest people that has ever come into this space right now. Okay, because maybe what you're feeling is very deep, very severe. It's had a long time to build and fester, right? I say fester, but this energy has taken a long time to build up. Okay, now that it's up to you to face it, you're facing your lion, you're facing your inner, certainly inner demons, if that's how you'd want to name them. Okay, but you have the ability to overcome this energy. You have the ability to tame it. You have the ability to overcome those base urges that you may be experiencing. And, you get a hold of your thought. Okay, you get a hold of your brain and you can move forward. Okay, you can move forward in addressing whatever internal conflict is arising for you. Now, the tagline on this, because I forgot to read this, is I can deal with whatever comes my way. Indeed, because you're strong enough to do it. Okay, there's the strength card. All right, so for our hidden and clarifying energies, our hidden energy is the Tower. Okay, I surrender and know how to go forward. Okay, yeah, things are changing. Things are definitely looking a little different on the other side of this, but especially if this is a toxic attachment to whatever thing it is for you, it's it's crumbling. There's no point in holding on to a crumbling tower because there's going to be more rubble than you can contain. All right, trying to keep a hold on what you know and what you're comfortable with, even if it is stress and anxiety, it's too much. It's too much. You can't just patch, you can't put a band-aid on a crack in a wall, right? Because that band-aid isn't going to stick. Likewise, this is inevitable. This is inevitable. The change that this tower is bringing has to happen. And I know that might not be easy to hear. Believe me, I'm the worst. I am the worst where it comes to change. But things are changing. The rubble is falling. Now you can either resist it, or you can surrender to it, let it happen, and figure out what the lesson is after the crumbling stops. I guarantee you, what is falling away is meant to fall away. Toxic attachments. Say bye. No one needs you. Go sit in the corner and mope, because I don't want to mope with you. Okay? Right. So there's the tower. Okay. That's our hidden energy. Okay. Our clarifying energy is the Hanged Man. So, excuse me, what did I say about surrender? It's gonna have to happen. You're gonna have to let go. You're gonna have to let yourself be free of the toxic attachments. Just be free of the toxic attachments so you can do the work that you're being called to do. Okay? So there's the Hanged Man. Alrighty. So let's see. Let's get some clarifying energy about why we're seeing the spread that we're seeing here. Okay. Yeah, I know this. There's some heavy energy here, and I don't want to leave it here. Again, I have no expectations of this reading, but I really do hope we can kind of come out the other side with a new perspective on this. But in order to get there, I do want to clarify a little bit. So let's clarify our Justice card here. Why are we seeing the Justice card, please? Okay, so we have the Camel. This is the Seeker of Branches, or I believe this is the Page of Wands in the Standard Tarot. This isn't written in the Standard Rider-Waite format, so I may struggle a little with this. Just hang in there with me. I believe this is the Page of Wands. So you're trying to understand the intensity of your emotion right now. You already know that your emotions run deep. Okay. I'm picking up the idea that you might be empathic or highly sensitive, and that's very good because this world needs healing energy that HSPs or empaths can bring to it. But a lot of the time, the intensity of the emotion you feel is intense. It's a lot. It's a lot. I feel you. I'm the same way. You have to understand that you're learning how to process certainly this situation. Situations like this in general may come up a lot for you, and they may be a challenge to manage. Okay. What I'm noticing or what I'm hearing is that, again, you do have to face the Tower moments in your life. You do have to face the Five of Wands energy in your life, okay? And that might mean that you have to face other people, other situations. this camel standing apart from the other camels in the background. Okay, that's the thing that might make you nervous, and that's okay. All right. You are going to have to face it, because if you are the kind of person that wants to wait it out, it will come to you, and it might be more intense. Okay, I'm not saying that the situation isn't intense already, because you're certainly feeling it, but I think facing it, or learning how to process what you're feeling while you're going through this situation is going to be paramount for you. I think the good thing is that you've already started the process. Now it's time to it may be time to start taking action on what you've learned. Okay, so there is the camel that is the seeker of branches. Okay, all right, and we have the tower again, the quickener. VI, yeah, this is the serpent. The tower again. Things are changing. Things are crumbling away, and they're meant to serve your highest good. Okay, so you got to face this, and you got to learn. You're learning how to process this now. It's time to take action on what you're learning in the middle of this too. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. There's the serpent. Let's clarify our 5 of Wands energy. Okay, let's see. I shuffle again. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. So for the 5 of Wands, we have the moth. This is the omen of death. Again, things are changing. In this case, the energy around you is changing from one form to another. You could be looking at, there's been a lot of change. Okay, and it's not, this isn't a pretty card. I don't think this is a pretty card, but it's an important card, because your conflict will end. It will change. Right now, whatever emotions you have attached to this situation are intense. They're making your days feel like they're dragging. You can't function. You just feel useless, right? It's not fun. Trust me, I've been in that moment where I just, no, not today. I need to do something, but I don't have the energy to do anything, right? That could be part of the situation, or part of the symptom of the situation you're feeling right now, but that will change. Okay, you will get out of this. Okay, but right now, you know what? I'm hearing the phrase survival mode. That's where you are right now. I feel like saying, you know what it looks like. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest for others. That survival mode won't last forever. It will be up to you to help yourself. And if you need to reach out, please do. Of course, please do. But yeah, the energy is changing. The energy is changing. Okay, so there is the moth spirit, or the omen of death. Okay, we also have, as that was our hidden energy. Okay, our clarifying energy is the 8 of shells, or the 8 of cups. This is the octopus. You're going to have to turn your back on things that just did not work. Okay, there's a lot of things that are I hate to put it like this, but there's a lot of things that are failing right now. Ew. I don't like saying it like that, but I'm calling it like I see it, guys. Okay. You're going to have to turn your back and move on. As painful, as hurtful, as hard as all of that is, you're going to have to. Again, the attachments. Once again, bringing this back, the attachments that you formed that aren't good for you, the toxic attachments that you don't need anymore, are gone. They're gone. It's over. It's done. Okay? It's time to make for clearer waters. It's time to find a new field to water. Go for that bigger and brighter and more beautiful horizon. Honestly, all of that's yours to chase. That's yours to chase. But you have some work to do to get to the point of being able to go. Okay? So there is the 8 of shells. Okay? Let's clarify our strength card. Boy, my friend. Here's you. Here's you. You tough, amazing, beautiful person, you. Let's clarify for strength. See what we need to see, please. Okay. Okay. So we have the cat, the knower of secrets. This is the magician. I believe this is the magician in the standard Rider-Waite. 1, 2. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This is the Empress. Magician is number 1. Okay, so you're going to have to look deep. You're going to have to go inward a little bit and do some reflecting, get some introspective, take the time to do some inner work. Okay, remember we talked about you have messages coming in with the owl card. You have lessons coming in as well. All right, and you're not going to do those. You're not going to be able to receive those until you take the break. Okay? Take the break. Confirmed by the Empress. High Priestess. Yeah, High Priestess. I might be getting this wrong. If you know differently, please fact check me. I am very happy to be wrong here. But I believe this is the High Priestess. I'm getting confused. Either way, you do need to do some reflection because you do have messages coming in. It's going to take removing yourself from conflict here. It's going to take strength to do that. But in order to do all of that, you do need to do some reflecting. Okay? So there is the knower of secrets. Okay? All right, that's the cat. And we also have the penguin, or the seer of shells. I believe this is the Knight of Cups. So again, I'm tapping into your emotions here. We've already talked about the intensity of your emotions in this situation. Now let's talk about the depth of your emotions, okay? Because you feel so much, and you're already feeling so much. It's going to take energy to, again, process, understand, reflect. You got to do all of the work in order to let this energy help you, and to be able to take action on the situation. Okay. So there is the seer of shells. Sorry. You know what I mean. Knight of Cups. That's where I'm getting confused. Sorry, guys. 2 more. Hang in there with me. Okay, to clarify our Tower card here, we are going to see, okay, we're going to see the Pelican. This is the Six of Feathers or the Six of Swords. Transition, movement, especially over water, but I feel like saying you're moving through your emotions. You're moving through your emotions and letting them see, or letting yourself see the truth of them. I think that's fair to say. The thing is, you're not going alone. Okay, you've never been alone in any of this situation, and you are doing the best that you can to move through this time. Okay, especially because it feels painful. Okay, this Tower energy is painful, but you are doing your best, and you are moving with people instead of by yourself. Okay, so there is the Pelican or the Six of Feathers, Six of Swords. Okay, now to clarify the Hanged Man here, let's see. Okay, all right, we have the Blue Jay. This is also the Five of Feathers. So you've achieved a lot to get here. However, I do see that you aren't satisfied with it. And right now, because you're going through so much, because you're experiencing so much emotion, you might not be seeing, you're either not seeing your situation clearly, or you're not seeing the blessing in disguise of your situation, and that might be what comes out in another card we're going to draw for the Hanged Man, or it will come out in the other cards. But there is, right now I think you're focusing on the defeat aspect of your situation rather than the victory aspect of your situation. That, again, you know what that is. Okay. I think the defeat, or the feelings of defeat that you're experiencing, are coming from the fact that you had to surrender. You had to run, you had to go inward instead of, you got blocked. You let a wall come up that you never intended to, and yes, you're safe, but now you've had to protect yourself. And that's where it's like, oh, I wish I just would have said this to make them stop, or I wish I wouldn't have let them hurt me, blah, blah, blah. You're safe, but now you're beating yourself up for doing the best you could in your situation. What's that about? You did the best you could. Okay. So there's the Blue Jay, there's the Five of Feathers. Let's see another clarifying card. Okay. Here's the Dolphin. The Two of Shells, or the Two of Cups. Here's the blessing. Here's a blessing in disguise. You have an opportunity to learn what you need to do differently. Okay, normally this is, I would normally read this as kind of a lighter and happier card, in that generally the Two of Cups tends to mean for me that it is blending what you know with what you're learning. That is still true. But in some cases, I will also say that this is a card for a new potential relationship. Maybe that's what burned you. You thought you had a relationship or a romantic attachment with someone that didn't pan out. and that's why you're hurting now. Okay. Again, you know what the situation looks like, right? The hidden blessing is that there is lessons learned. We've had that confirmed all through this reading because we've had the tower come out twice. Okay. There's lessons in the rubble from the tower. It's just up to us whether we take the time to learn it. Okay. So there's the Two of Shells. That is finishing off the clarifying what we saw with the first part of the tarot. Let's pause for just a minute, guys, and get a drink. Hopefully you brought some water, a comforting beverage. I'm going to have a water break and then we'll get back into the reading, but I hope you're okay. I hope, I hope we're doing okay. Give me a moment here, please. Okay. So this next part of the reading, we're gonna finish it out, but I want to know how this next part of the reading is going to help you. What can you do to enlighten further? What's the energy around you? What do we need to see to help best navigate you through? Certainly the oracle, certainly the energy of the first part of the tarot. Let's see what we need to see, please. Okay. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this, but all the decks I used will be listed in the description below. So if you want to see or add to your, add to your collection, you totally can. So let's see the first card here. Oh yeah, okay, we have the Six of Fire, Six of Wands again. There's a transitional energy around you. Once again, we're transitioning. Six of Wands. The thing is, we're transitioning, but because this is the Six of Wands, there's a call for you to look at the progress and give yourself a very long, gentle, if necessary, but a very long pat on the back, because you have worked really hard. You've gotten yourself here. If you're watching this tarot reading, you've probably worked your butt off. Okay? Give yourself a round of applause. Take the praise. It's well deserved. Okay? You may be thinking, oh well, I just did my job. Oh well, I'm not comfortable. Your hard work has been seen. It's been acknowledged. You've done what you needed to do in order to make yourself feel that you are in the place you can be right now. Again, that's going to change. Nothing stays static. Okay? But my God, friend, you have worked really hard, and it's time to give yourself some credit, because credit is due you. Credit is due to you. Okay? So there's the Six of Fire, or the Six of Wands. Okay? You also have the Fire Queen. You're getting into that passionate, fiery energy, and you're making things happen. You will make things happen. Okay? The blessing in disguise of all of this work is how you figure that out. Okay? Taking time out to plan and to strategize and to understand how you can do what you gotta do. Okay? There's two sides to fire. One, there's a very destructive, forceful, hot, powerful energy. But then I think about, I believe their pine cones can't open without being burned, right? You have you have the ability to burn away what isn't serving you. Again, crumble that tower. Take the time to let that crumble. Surrender to that energy. Do the reflection. You're going to figure out what lights you up, what makes you powerful, what makes you passionate. And you're going to be able to share that with others because they're going to see the brightness and the warmth around you. Okay? The other side of that understanding is how you do that without necessarily hurting or burning other people. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. But here's the Queen of Fire. Okay? Fire Queen, yes, 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 please. Okay? And we also have the Fire Prince. This is, I'm going to say, the Knight of Wands. So you can take action. You'll be in a place of taking action, right? You just give yourself the credit. Damn it, just give yourself the credit because you're going to be able to know and understand what lights you up and how you take action on it. Okay, that's the Queen, Fire Queen, and the Fire Prince. Okay, shuffle again and get our hidden energy is the Earth Princess. So you're going to be doing this in a grounded and very practical way. Again, like I said with the Queen, you're going to figure out how to be this passionate, bright, warm, powerful energy, but you're going to be able to channel that practically and in a grounded manner. Okay. So that is the Earth Princess. You're also learning. You're learning some more things about that, but also you've done a lot of growth in this area. So again, pat on the back, round of applause. You deserve it. Okay. It's our hidden energy. We also have the Two of Fire. Two of Wands. There's always going to be choices to make. But here I feel safe to say that you're at a crossroads. I freaking knew it. Let's see who calls. Call from Linkage. Nope. Call from Linkage. No, I'm not picking that up. Normally I don't. But in any case, you are at a gateway and you're at a gateway. You do have some choices to make, but the road is yours to follow. The road is yours to follow when you have light to follow it if you desire to. Okay? So there's our Two of Fire. Let's get into the final deck and see what energies are around you that may help you through this situation. Okay? Let's see what we need here. Whoa. We have enough cards. Just a moment, please. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's try that again. Okay. So, extra energies. What do we have? We have the Seven of Blades. So again, this is standing your ground. You're gonna know how to do this a lot better. Because remember, we had that victory and defeat card, right? With all of this work, you're going to be able to stand up for yourself after the fact and say, you know what, I see you, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not here for it. I don't agree with it. So let me move you on and let me do my thing. Let me sing my song. I don't have to, I can fight back against you if I need to, but it's not something I will do at first resort, if that makes sense. Okay? So there is, no, I'm sorry, that's the Eight of Swords. Okay, going back to the conflict. You may have felt trapped in by that, but what I said with the Seven of Swords I think applies here, because at the end of the day, you've done the work to move the swords out of the way, get your blindfold off your eyes, okay? You've managed to free yourself, okay? And now you have the clarity. I love the ending on this. I love this because you have the clarity of mind and you have the understanding of your personal truth. This is the Hierophant, okay? You're clear about where to go next, about who you are, about what you want, okay? And you're very sure of your own personal rightness in this world. You know the sound of your own tune. You know what it takes to walk your own path, even if that means that you are separated from other people, that you think you don't have to group think with everybody else. Okay, you know you don't have to do that. I'm recalling the Camel card from the first part of the tarot reading, right? You're standing apart, and whereas at one point that might have been problematic because you felt so out of place, now that you're clear about your own personal truths, about what's right for you, about what you need to go forward, standing apart from everybody else doesn't bother you because you know you can stand up for yourself. Okay? So there's the Hierophant. All right. Let's see. Love this so much. Let's see some hidden and clarifying energies, and we will go into the bonus reading. So our bonus, actually, I'm sorry, this is our hidden energy for the main tarot reading. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. There's new energy coming in, and on the back of this final energy, you're seeing new energy coming in. Okay, this ending may hurt, may not. You know what that looks like for you. Again, personal truths here. There's so much clarity, so much freedom now. This energy isn't, like I said, you've removed the attachment. Finally, you've removed the attachment, and you have the Seven of Coins in reverse. Remember, we also have the clarity, so you know what options you're going to go for. You know how to analyze the options you have so you don't get duped again. You made it. You made it to yourself. You made it back home to yourself. Okay, and through all of this, I'm really proud to see. I'm really proud to see it. Okay, cool. Let's get into our bonus reading. This will be time stamped in the description, so if you have come over from the main reading and just want to watch this, I totally dig it. Here's your bonus reading. For our oracles, we have the Magician. Actually, I'm going to read these backwards here. We have, no, I'm sorry, I have to go in the tarot. Anyway, we do have the Magician to start the tarot, but for our oracles, we have Indecision. We have the Turtle, Be Joyful and Trusting. Okay, we have Yes, Just Say Yes. Okay, and we have the Golden Atlantean Dragon, helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis. And there is the card. Okay, so you're not sure what to do just yet. Okay, there's a new path that you might be starting on. I'm seeing, I'm very much reminded of the Two of Swords, Two of Wands energy, also Two of Swords, and that you're not sure where to go. You're not even sure if you should be on this journey just yet. However, here's your answer. Are you really being given a choice, or you're hesitating because you know they're right? Okay. It's going to be hard, right? I have a feeling this walk is going to be a little bit difficult, but it's okay, because you know what? You already have so much wisdom, okay? And even if things get difficult, don't deny yourself the right to feel that difficulty, okay? But trust that you're never alone in practicing and moving forward on this journey, okay? So it's going to help you, like I said, you started with, is the Magician. You already know that you are so capable of making magic along this journey, okay? The Three of Feathers, you may experience, again, you may experience difficulty, you may experience heartbreak. But again, you have the ability to overcome that, okay? Because you are the Magician after all, okay? We also have the Sun, and we have the Eight of Elixirs, or the Eight of Cups. Things may suck, things may be very disappointing, but you know what? You're clear about what you need to do next, and you're clear about the route you need to take, okay? So I hope this reading helped you in some way. Thank you for tuning in. If you've made it this far, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope to see you in another video. Again, if you like what you see, click all the buttons, visit all the links. Everything is in the description if you want to get in touch with me. One thing I did fail to mention, again, I need to take a breath. Sorry, guys. Anyway, one thing that I did fail to mention at the beginning of the video is I am available for readings. If you guys are interested, I would be more than happy to help you in this way if you feel comfortable in allowing me to do so. There's a link to my commissions page if you want to see more about my pricing, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Again, please let me know. I'm happy to help. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. And until then, be safe, and I love you very much. Bye, everybody.